Hi viewers, welcome to Yogi, the math tutor. Now I will explain about representing irrational numbers on the number line. So in the last video, I explained about rational numbers and representing rational numbers on the number line and inserting a rational number between rational numbers. In this video, we are going to learn about irrational numbers and how to represent irrational numbers in a decimal form and on the number line. So already we know a rational number, a number which is in the form of p by q where q is not equal to 0 is called a rational number. So what is the irrational number means? If n is a natural number other than a perfect square, then root n is an irrational number. For example, we can take root 2, root 3, root 5, pi value. So these all are irrational numbers. So we can't write these numbers in the form of p by q. Already I explained you every decimal. This is a terminating decimal. So we can write in the form of p by q. So already we know how to represent terminating decimal in p by q form, and after that we know non-terminating repeating decimal bar also we know how to represent in the form of p by q. And now we are going to learn about irrational numbers. Already we know root 2 is an irrational number. Now we are going to find the decimal value for this root 2 by using long division method. Here I'm explaining about how to find the root 2 value. So I'm finding here root 2 value up to 3 decimal places. So three decimal places. So for that three decimal places, we don't have here decimal places, so you should take the 3 pairs here. If you want 4 decimal places, you should take one more pair. This is 2 point. So first of all, we need to find the largest number whose square is less than or equal to first pair or first digit from the left side. So here we are taking so square I told you. So 2 2s are 4 already we know. So 1 1s are 1. So 3 3s are 9. So we need to take the we can't subtract the 4 from the 2. So you should take the 1 times 1. So I'm taking 1 is a perfect square. So 1 1s are 1. After that I'm subtracting this one. 2 minus 1 you will get answer is 1. After that you should take the pair to the down. The next one. So for the next possible divisor, we need to double the quotient. Means so double the quotient means already 1 is there, so you should add, that is you should get the 2. So after getting the 2, so we need to guess this number on the box number and largest possible digit to fill the box in such a way that the product of the new divisor and this digit is equal to or less than the new dividend. For example, if I am taking 2 times 2s are in the box digit, so you should multiply with 2. If I am taking the box digit is 3, so you should multiply with 3. So like that you should check. Now I am taking 24 4s I am taking. So 4 4 is 16, 4 to the 8 plus 1, 96 I am getting. This is 9, 2 3 the 6, 69 will getting. So 96 is near to 100. So I am taking 24 4s are 96 I am taking. So here you can keep point. So 100 minus 96 you will get 4. Again take one more pair to the down. So again we need to add this 4 here left side. So now it will become 28. Now after that we need to find one more box digit here. So if you are taking 28 box 1, so you should multiply with 1. Otherwise if you are taking 2 in the box, you should multiply with 2. So like this 282 into 2 you will get more than 500. So we can't separate. So you can take the 281 ones are. So take 281 ones are 281. So the answer you will get 400 minus 281 you will get 199. Again one more pair you should take here. So again add this one quotient 1 to here, then this will become 282. Now again we need one more box digit here. So here 282 there, also 282 box digit. So if I'm taking 5, so you should multiply with 5. So I'm taking 282 8 into 8. So I written the answer up to 4 decimal places. See, I written the answer up to 414. So you can continue answer like this. So the root 2 value is 1.414, so on. Now here we can see some values for irrational numbers. Here root 2, root 3 is a irrational numbers, and root 4 is a 2 is a irrational number. So root 5, root 6, root 7, root 8, these all are irrational numbers. So here decimal parts, in the decimal part different digits are repeating, so we can't write in the form of p by q. And root 9 is equal to 3, so 3 is a rational number. Now we will go with representing these irrational numbers on the number line. Now I'm locating root 2 on number line. So already we know root 2 value is 1.414213. Here we have different decimals in the decimal part, so we can't write directly on the number line. So to get root 2 on the number line, first of all we need to draw a square, unit square, draw a unit square OA BC on the number line with each side 1 unit length. So I'm taking here point A, so I'm taking the one square with 1 unit each side. So I mean these all sides are 1 unit, so that is OA BC. I'm taking the square name OA BC, unit square. So now what is this O to B? O to B, if you are joining O to B, so now what is the value of O to B? Already we know by using the Pythagoras theorem. This will become a hypertensuse. So hypertensuse. So hypertensuse, what are the value? How to find the hypertensuse? So hypertensuse square is equal to side square plus side square. So what is about this side is 1 square plus 1 square, that is equal to 2. Then hypertensuse square is equal to, then hypertensuse is equal to root 2. So now this value will become root 2. Now to draw this, now the length of O to B is root 2 now. Now take a compass with the center O and radius as OB. So why I am taking OB means OB is equal to root 2 value. So with the center O, so we need to, so with that radius this much, that is root 2 value. So with the center A, so draw an arc on the number line. So now see here, now this is because this point here, so this value show the root 2, that is equal to 1.414, so on. Next we are going to locate root 3 on this number line. So already we know root 2 value. To get the root 2 we need to draw the unit square here with unit square and give the name OABC, and O to B length already we know this is root 2 value. So this is already we know this is O to B length is root 2. So to get the root 3, so now we need to draw B to D length with 1 unit length which is perpendicular to O to B. So we are drawing the 1 unit length. So I am taking the 1 unit length B to D. This is B to D I am drawing. So from B to D I am taking 1 unit length. So now what is the length of O to D will become now? So O to D. See here. Now we got the triangle like this. That is O B D. So now we got the triangle like this OBD. So this O to B value √2 and this one become 1. Now we need to find the O to D. So O to D square is equal to side square, that is √2 square 2 plus 1 square, that is equal to square root you will get 4 plus 1, that is equal to you will get 5. So O to D square is equal to 5, then O to D is equal to, sorry, here you will get only 2. So 2 plus 1 3. So O to D is equal to square root of 3. So now the value of O to D, the length of O to D is equal to √3 now. Take the compass. Now take the length of take the compass and take the radius as OD length with the center O. So this is I am taking the √3 value. So from this radius with the center O, so draw an arc on this number line. Now this value show the √3. So now look at here. So first √2. So by using the Pythagoras theorem we need to find the O to D length. So take the compass length O to D as a radius with center O, draw an arc. This you will get before the 2 value, that is √3. So like this we can represent the irrational numbers on the number line. If you want to find the √4, so you can take one more perpendicular line from D to E with 1 unit, then join O to D. You will get here √4 value, then take the compass and mark here, then you will get √4 value. So like this we can find the irrational numbers on the number line. Next question, we are finding the irrational numbers between given two numbers. So here I am finding irrational numbers. Already previous class we know how to find the rational numbers between the given numbers. We use the formula a plus b by 2. So that is to insert the rational numbers, but here we can't use that formula. So already we know 1.5 is equal to 0.20 value. So 2 by 7 if you are writing in the decimal form, that is you will get 0.25285714. It's a bar. I mean this will be repeating. It is there is no term. It is not a end for in the decimal part. So it is a irrational number. So now we are going to write the irrational numbers between these. So you can write any numbers like between 0.20 and 2857 something. So you should write as 0.201, 201, 2011, so on. Then next you can write 0.2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 something number you should write on like this. So these two numbers we are getting between the 1 by 5 and 2 by 7. In this question we are going to find an irrational number between two positive rational numbers. 3 is a rational number, 4 is a rational number. Previously we find a rational number between 1 by 7 and 1 by 5 and 2 by 7 by we converted into 0.20 and we converted as a 0.28 something, then we return the decimal number. But here these are both positive positive rational numbers. So here we can use one formula, that is root a into b. So by using this formula we can find the irrational number between given two numbers, that is √3 into 4. The next answer is you will get √12. So √12 means you should write a 4 as 4 into 3. So you can write √4 into √3. So √4 means 2, 3 means 3. The answer is 2√3. In the next question, examine whether the following numbers are rational or irrational numbers. So now we are going to identify which is a given question is a rational or irrational numbers. A rational number means number which is represented in the form of p by q. Irrational number means which are not represented in the form of p by q. So first of all we need to add these two rational numbers. So here we can, if to get this answer we need to add 3 plus √3, next plus into plus √3, plus into minus minus root 3. So plus root 3 minus root 3 will be cancelled. So 3 plus 3 6. So 6 is a rational number. Why? Because 6 by 1. So 6 is a rational number. Second question, 3 plus root 3 into 3 minus root 3. So you can compare this question with a plus b into a minus b. So which gives a square minus b square. So here a is equal to root 3 and b is equal to root 3. So you should write on a square minus b square, that is equal to 3 square minus root 3 square. So 3 square means 9. So root 3 whole square means cancel root square root and root 2. That is 9 minus 3, which is equal to 6. So 9 minus 3 is equal to 6. Now which is a rational number? Next question, 10 by 2 root 5. So here you will get 2 times 1 is 2 times 5 is, then you will get 5 by root 5. So denominator having irrational number, so you should multiply with the root 5 by root 5 to change the denominator to the normal number. So you will get 5 root 5 by, you will get here root 5 whole square, which gives 5 root 5 by 5. Now you can cancel 5 times 1 is 5 times 1 is, so root 5. So root 5 is an irrational number. Next question, root 2 plus 2 whole square. So you can compare this question with a plus b whole square. So a plus b whole square is nothing but a square plus b square plus 2ab. Now here a is equal to root 2, b is equal to, so now you can simplify by using the formula. So that is a square plus b square plus, next you will get 2a and b. So you will get square root 2, then you will get 2 plus 2 2 is 4, the next plus 2 2 is 4 root 2, that is equal to 6 plus 4 root 2. So it is a irrational number. Now I am explaining problems in exercise 1.2. So first way to classify the following numbers as rational or irrational number. So root 27. So root 27 is which is not a perfect square. So obviously it will become irrational number. So square root of 441, we are getting 21 as answer. So it is a rational number. So next third one is 30.23234234. This is different digits are there in the decimal part. It is a irrational number. So next 7.4845. So this should write in 7.48 bar. So it is a rational number. So we can write in the form of P by Q. The next one is 11.2132435465. So here we have different digits in the decimal part. So it is a irrational number. So next is this next fifth question, 0.300000300003. So here also we have different type of digits. So it is also an irrational number. Next question, find an irrational number between 5 by 7, 7 by 9. How many more there may be? The question. So 5 by 7. So here we are going to find the irrational number. So we can't use the formula a plus b by 2. So 5 by 7 you can write in the decimal number, you will get 0.81 bar. So next 0.714285 bar will come. Next if you are writing 7 by 9 in the decimal number, then you will get 0.81 bar. So you should write on between these two numbers. So you should write the number between 0.7181. So then you will get 7234 some number you should write down like this, 0.712467 something. So these all are the irrational numbers between 5 by 7 and 7 by 9. The next question, how many more there may be, means there are infinite number of irrational numbers between these two numbers. Next question, we are I'm finding two irrational numbers between 0.7 and 0.77. So the given numbers is 0.7 and 0.77. So from between these two numbers you can write any two irrational numbers like 0.72342345 6 something. The next number you should write is 7.425, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, so on. So these all are the irrational numbers between the two numbers. Next, to find at least two rational numbers between 2 and 3. So 2 is nothing but, already we know, if you are writing, that is square root of 4, then root 3 means that is square root of 9. So between these two numbers you will get to square root of 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these all are irrational numbers between 2 and 3. Next question, we are finding the value of root 5 up to 3 decimal places. So here we are by using the long division method. So here when taking the 5, so we need 3 decimal places. You should take the 3 pairs of 0, and left side we have only 1 digit. So first of all we need to choose the equal or less than the perfect square. So perfect square means you will get 2 2s are 4, then 3 3s are 9. So 9 we can't take, so you should take perfect square. 2 2s are 4. So 2 times 2s are 4 you will take, then subtract 5 minus 4 you will get 1. Then next you take this 2 zeros to down, that will become 100. Now add this. To get the next divisor we need to add double the quotient, that is 2 plus 2 4. Now we need to choose the number in the box, so that is 40. So if you are taking 2, so you should multiply with the 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 4 is 8. So 84 we can subtract. So 2 is then 2 is that is 84. Then we will get 16. So after that you can take one more pair to the down. So again to get the next divisor you should add this 2 here, so it will become 44. Now we need next box number, so that is 44 box. So we need to say with the same number. So 443 times 3 is you should take 3 3 is 9, 3 4 is 12, 1 13. So that is 3 is then 3 is then you will get the number 1329. If you are subtracting you will get 271, and take one more pair down, that is again you should add this 3 here double, then that will become 446. Now next one more box here we need, so 446 box, that is I'm taking 6 6, so that you will get 26,796 answer. So that is 26,796. Then that answer is you will get 304. So that is 266. So that answer is, so root 5 you will get 2.236. So I written answer up to 3 decimal places. Next question, find the root 7 value up to 5 decimal places. You can try yourself. Now we are locating root 5 on the number line. In before that I explained root 3 and root 2. So how we did, we take this square number and we take this O2B as a root 2. Again you can draw the perpendicular line, again you will get root 3, like that. So it will take some lengthy process to get the root 5. So already we know the Pythagorean result. Root 5 is equal to, you should write in root 2 plus 1, 2 square plus 1 square, that is 5 you will get. So you draw the square with 2, you draw the rectangle with 2 into 1 now. So you should draw the rectangle with the 2 into 1, that is here 2 centimeters with the 1 unit. So this is 1 unit, so this length will become 2 units. So this is the rectangle. Now you should take, this is O to A, B, C. Now draw the length line from O to B. Now this will become, if you are using the Pythagoras theorem, then O to B square is equal to 2 square plus 1 square, that is equal to 4. Then O to B is equal to square root of 5. Now you will get this is square root of 5. Now take the compass and this radius, take with the center O, take the compass radius as O to B length. Now this is root 5. Now with the center O you should draw an arc like this. So we should draw on a arc like this. So somewhere you will get after 2 number, so you will get the arc like this. So that is indicating root 5. The next question, we are locating root 10 on the number line. So root 10, so to get the root 10 we need to take 3 square plus 1 square, means rectangle with a 3 into 1. So now 3 into 1, so this is 1 unit I'm taking this is rectangle with a 3 into 1. So this length is 3 and this length is 1. So I'm taking O to A, B, C. Now see, now you draw the line from O to B. Now O to B length is equal to, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. O to A square plus A to B square. Now there is 9 plus 1. Then O to B is equal to square root of 10. Now so this length will become, O to B length will become root 10. Now take the compass with center O. Radius you should take the O to B length. So with the center O, you can center O draw an arc. So you will get after some point. So you will get arc like this. So you will get arc somewhere after 3. So that is, you will getting arc, that is root 10. So root 10 approximately you will get the value for root 10 3.1622 something. So like this we are locating the irrational numbers on the number line. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching my video.